Thank you for joining us here today for the fourth celebration virtually of Children's Grief Awareness Day. My name is Shawn Bednard, and I'm the Director of Communications and Community Outreach, as well as the play-by-play voice of the Erie Otters Hockey Club in Erie, Pennsylvania. For so many years, our organization has worked hand in hand alongside Highmark Caring Place, especially here in Erie, to be able to honor and recognize children's grief awareness. And especially in the last few seasons, we have been able to do an even bigger job of that in being able to celebrate Children's Grief Awareness Night. We'll talk a lot more about Children's Grief Awareness Night now in its second season and what last season's results look like, as well as the impact that it had for the Erie County community. Before we get into that, we just want to talk a little bit more about children's grief awareness. No one is immune to grief. Grief afflicts everybody, and grief afflicts everybody in unique and different ways. Grief is a very complex emotion, and for our organization, dealing with young men 16 to 20 years old, they're going through a big-time developmental stage in their life. And between loss of familiarity with location, changing to adapt to a new team, the stress and the pressure that comes with playing major junior hockey, grief is something that they struggle with and in their own basis, let alone having to struggle with the grief of losing family members, friends, and all the things that come with growing up. And for the Erie Otters, it is very important for us to be able to provide them with the resources necessary. And we are so happy again to be able to join alongside Highmark Caring Place and for another year here of working alongside an organization that founded Children's Grief Awareness Day and has continued to help so many families, not just here in Pennsylvania, but all around the world. This year, the Erie Otters and Highmark Caring Place, especially here in Erie, will be working together to launch the second annual Children's Grief Awareness Night game. This game will honor, celebrate, and remember those who we've lost and those who've lost and are grieving the loss of a loved one. This is such a special night, and to be able to see the entire arena filled with the baby blue that encompasses children's grief awareness, it means a lot to our organization, it means a lot to our players, but it means no more than to those who are grieving, especially here in our community. Last year was a very impactful celebration of this historic holiday, and we were so honored to bring the very first ever Children's Grief Awareness Night to sports ever last season alongside Highmark Caring Place. The players took the ice in pregame in specialty warm-up jerseys adorned with the logos of Highmark Caring Place and Children's Grief Awareness Day. And after the game, the jerseys were auctioned off to benefit Highmark Caring Place and their mission here in Erie and in Western Pennsylvania. This was a special day. It was impactful, it meant a lot, and it does not allow you to take for granted what our platform can do for those grieving. This year, we are once again so happy to be able to work alongside Highmark Caring Place and Erie Apparel to bring our second annual Children's Grief Awareness Night warm-up jerseys to life. These jerseys are once again adorned in the baby blue, showcasing an alternate version of the Erie Otters logo. As we alluded to, the proceeds from these jerseys will go to benefit programs available at Highmark Caring Place. Every single thing done at the Caring Place is completely free to the clients. And especially in troubling times and hard times like losing a loved one, not having to worry about financial resources to be able to get the support that you need means the world to these families. We are so honored that on Friday night, we will have the Robinette family, Erie County locals, be here to drop the puck and share their story on what they've been able to overcome thanks to the work with the Highmark Caring Place.
Curtis was the best man, and he was the best father. Being a father was like a role he was born to do. And he was just amazing. I feel really lucky that we're able to share about Curtis and how wonderful he was and what he meant to us. Grief is a lot of things. Like, it's sadness and missing someone, but it's remembering all the best things about them and sharing about them so that you know that people don't forget about them. The Caring Place means so much to our family. When it was the worst time of our life, they were there and helped us, and I feel like it just saved us. You don't know what to do. And then when the Caring Place helped. When something like this happens, you feel like you're the only one. People help and they're wonderful, but when you go to the Caring Place, like, they get it, and when you don't, you don't feel alone. And I know I'm crying now, but like, it's not a sad place to be. there's joy there and help, and they're just so nice. I just think the Caring Place is the best place. I think they really just saved us.
And a tremendous thank you to the Robinette family for sharing their story and, of course, for standing alongside us on Children's Grief Awareness Night. It is because of families like the Robinettes that we play Children's Grief Awareness Night. Our game on Friday night is against a very familiar foe for the Erie Otters, the Saginaw Spirit. And who better to introduce you to the team in Saginaw than the voice of the Saginaw Spirit, Dillon Clark.
Thanks, Shawn. The Spirit fell just a goal short of the Erie Otters when the two teams met on November the 2nd, so that's going to give this Friday's matchup just a little bit of extra juice. And keep an eye on Spirit forward Valentin Jugan. He's been one of the team's top goal scorers so far in this 2023-2024 season, and he scored 2 when the Otters visited Saginaw back on November the 2nd. And just as the coaching staff did on that night, they'll be wearing these pins, again, courtesy of the Children's Grief Center of the Great Lakes Bay region, when the Spirit visit the Otters this Friday for Children's Grief Awareness Night. And the Spirit players had their own messages of support for grieving children and families that the Spirit released on their various social media channels. These two teams may be heated rivals, but we're proud to be able to come together and show support for grieving children and families in both of our communities.
The ultimate goal of the game is to be able to support those who are grieving off the ice and to be able to use both of our organization's platforms to be able to do good and to be able to showcase the baby blue and say that we support you, we stand by you, and we are here with you, fighting for you and alongside you. Thank you, Dillon. See you at the rink.
So a bright spot for Saginaw. As off the draw, it's Zane Perrette. Center point, and he scores! First goal of the game, always important. Maybe never more than tonight. Zane Perrette gets the Spirit up 1-0.
Molnar, Mishiak took it, lost it, trying to get it back. Molnar and Mishiak looking to hook up. This one shot in, they score! Oh, Mishiak from a nothing angle sneaks that one upstairs.
Mangoni down the right side. Hesitates, quick shot, forgot the puck.
It
Still scores! Caleb Mangoni reaches back, and the second time's the charm.
Johnson, a long DDD pass for Brissett. Right in front, they score! Power play goal. Brings it in, McDonald down, Mishiak with it right in front, they score! Slovak power! Molnar with his first of the night. Slowing things down. He's going inside, outside a few times, back to Brissett, and they score! Otters with 3 straight goals. Welcome to the score sheet, Brett Brissett.
2-goal lead against Saginaw. Here's a chance in front. Valentin Jugan all alone, and he scores on the rebound. Jugan, not sure how he found himself that wide open.
Sova, high slot, moving over right wing side, they score! Hats off Martin Mishiak. Hat-trick goal coming on the power play.
Down the right side, doesn't have a great angle, drops it off. Ethan Hay in the circle, hesitates towards the net. Save goal to rebound, he scores! Ethan Hay, Spirit back within 1 again, it's 5-4.
Over for Davio. Davio back for Sova. Sova down in front, they score! Power play goal, shot from Sova, and the Otters are up by 2 once again.
Tries to put it back, here's Jugan, a chance, and he scores! Valentin Jugan, 5.7 left in the third. It's a power play goal. And there is still life here in Saginaw.
This game would not be possible without our partnership with Highmark Caring Place. And who better to talk about the work being done by the Caring Place than by its Vice President, Terese LaVallee.
Thank you, Shawn. We are so excited for this game with the Erie Otters, the Saginaw Spirit, and the Grief Center Great Lakes Bay region in Saginaw, Michigan. The Highmark Caring Place is a center for grieving children, adolescents, and families where they can receive support after the death of a loved one and know that they're not alone in their grief. We are so proud to bring this game to everyone in Erie, PA, the exact town that Children's Grief Awareness Day was originally conceived. We hope that you'll attend the game or tune in as we continue to educate and equip people about the need for support for grieving children and honor these children who are grieving their loved ones who have died. Thank you again for your support. And let's go, Otters!
Friday, November 17th will be a very special night here in Erie, Pennsylvania, and we certainly hope that you can attend the game and be able to support those who are grieving all around our community and all around the world. Highmark Caring Place has a fundraiser ticket link with discounted tickets that has every single ticket purchased have $3 go back to the organization. You can look on the Highmark Caring Place social media for more information on that. If you can't join us for the game, make sure you tune in across the Otters radio network across the Great Lakes, or join us on CHL TV to see all the celebrations and memoriams taking place here in the Erie Insurance Arena. It is our honor and our privilege to be able to have our platform be utilized to be able to support grieving children and grieving families all around the world. And on behalf of the Erie Otters organization, we would like to say once again a thank you to Highmark Caring Place, to the Children's Grief Center of the Great Lakes Bay region, and all grief centers around the world and around our countries who are making these terrific initiatives possible and who are helping those who are grieving all around the world. Thank you.